Thank you. Great. And so, in the previous chapter, we talked about how Pharaoh enslaved the work of the people of Israel, and Moses asked the Holy One, "Why are you doing this to the people of Israel?" In our portion, the Holy One answers Moses and says to him, "Because I opened the way for ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who brought the people of Israel to the land of Israel and established this." The Holy One, blessed be He, asked Moses to approach Pharaoh again. Moses said, "Master of the universe, how can I go to him? And here I am stuttering." The Holy One, blessed be He, answered him, "You grew up in Pharaoh's house, and he knows you, while the people of Israel know Aaron because he was with them for 60 years when you weren't there. Go, and Aaron will be your spokesperson." At that time, Moses was 80 years old, and Aaron was 83 years old. The Holy One told them, "If Pharaoh asks for a sign, take a staff. Aaron will throw it down, becoming a snake." They entered the palace unpermitted. Aaron will throw it on the floor, and it will turn into a snake. Moses and Aaron went to the palace and entered without permission. There, fierce and wild animals waited for them, but instead of attacking them, they sat in perfect silence. Angels who were in the palace lowered their senses when they saw Moses and Aaron. Pharaoh asked, "What do you want? Who sent you?" The Holy One, blessed be He, sent us. "Show me a miracle," said Pharaoh. Aaron threw the staff on the ground, and it immediately turned into a snake. Pharaoh was not frightened, and he asked his wife to throw a stick on the floor, and it also turned into a snake. And so he did with the children who were in the palace. It's important to note that they performed sorcery, and that's why the stick turned into a snake. Everyone laughed at Aaron. But at that moment, the snakes turned back into a staff, and Aaron's staff devoured them all. The wicked Pharaoh said, "I don't believe in your miracles, and therefore I'm not willing to free the people of Israel." The Holy One, blessed be He, said, "Now the time has come to begin the 10 plagues." Pharaoh would start his day at the river, and every time the sea reached the river, the waters would rise to greet him, just as Jacob had blessed him. Moses is commanded to warn Pharaoh about the plague, and so it was. Morning came, and Moses and Aaron went out to meet Pharaoh. Aaron struck the bank of the river. Immediately, all the water turned to blood in an instant. Not the color of blood, but actual blood. Wow, what a smell it was there. All the fish died. Egypt had no water to drink. Only in Pharaoh's palace was there regular water, because he paid a lot of money to the Jews. The plague lasted for 7 days. Every Egyptian who wanted to drink would go and buy water from the Jews. Only then could he drink clear water. Despite the difficulty, Pharaoh did not relent. The Holy One, blessed be He, decided to move on to